A beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Greetings, good evening, afternoon, morning. How the hell are you? Welcome to Beyond Ringside Live in a multiple location station on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon, 28th day of January 2026. From Studio One in beautiful Birmingham, Alabama, yours truly, the Magic City Motor Mouth Fast Eddie Lane, being joined by tag team partner, the one, the only, the promoter, the trivia master, Shane Knowles. Welcome to the house.
A balmy, breezy hump day. I hope everyone's enjoying their Wednesday or their Thursday or their Friday. Whenever you listen to us, we do duly appreciate it.
I've got to say, today's a little bit warmer than it has been the last 48 hours, and I'm good with it.
When I got up Tuesday morning and my weather app said it is 15 degrees, it feels like 6.
Yeah.
I had to stop and take notice.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that one. It's a case of, guess what? It's cold out there, to say the least about life. Thank you to everybody tuning in this afternoon through BeyondRingside.com, ProWrestlingRadio.net, all the different sources that are available. If you go to BeyondRingside.com and click the links page, you will find the most up-to-date source for how you can listen live, catch replays of current episodes, as well as our podcast availability. In other words, Eddie was busy this past weekend when he had a little bit of free time on his hands. And, of course, out and about traversing the universe yesterday, I'm going to do what I do best, and I am the oracle of shameless self-promotion when I sit back and go, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, y'all can make me, happy birthday to me. Okay, I'm good.
Very happy birthday to my cohort on Beyond Ringside. And did you happen to see the birthday message I posted on your Facebook wall yesterday?
I've lost track of, because honestly, when it got to like over 75, I kind of was like, I'm going to have to sit down and go back all over this thing. So I missed it. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and spoil it because I can't wait to hear your reaction. It is a picture of Taylor Swift saying, happy birthday, welcome to your new era.
Shoot me.
Aren't you glad you didn't see it?
Maybe I'm mellowing in the Mesozoic era. I'm not quite sure. See, I've never really been a hater of that individual. I'm just, because I don't know her. I don't know Taylor Swift, therefore I cannot use the H word. But as far as the music goes, most of it blows. It always has. Sorry, she was never country. Yeah. I'm going to have 16-year-old girls. Yes, she was. What about this? What about that? Guess what? She was never country. It was pop with a country twist. Kind of like Florida Georgia Line, okay? Florida Georgia Line is not country. I don't classify bro country as that. Sorry. It's been crazy since the last time we convened. Originally, Sunday night was going to take place from the Beer Hog, but with the onset of the weather, that missed this area virtually completely. Although I will say, Sunday night going into Monday morning, the roommate comes and bangs on the door, and for those who remember a television show on NBC called Third Rock from the Sun, we had a minute invasion of the albino brain chiggers. In other words, snow flurries. I was good. Lit up a cigar, poured myself a shot of Crown, went outside, walked around in the snow for a few minutes. Kind of like a callback to Winter Storm 93, me in Pensacola, Florida. Except I'm smoking a cigarette and have a Budweiser in my head when I'm in Pensacola Beach, because I didn't want to take a chance on spilling the Crown. Because if I'd have hit a sand crab with the Crown, I'd have had to go and have clam bake. That's all, no matter how little they are. Food.
And you were in Pensacola, if my memory serves right, during that time at the WCW pay-per-view Battle Bowl.
Yes, I was.
In Pensacola.
Yep. And one of the most beautiful memories is watching Hustler Rip Rogers and Road Warrior Animal come walking there. I think it was Animal walking down the rampway, and Rip acting like Yipper, just bouncing all around like he's so happy to be there, and Animal turns around and slugs him. Leave him laying on the rampway.
Well, and quick sidebar, because I said I had something else to start off the program.
Go with
I want to ask you this. As someone who attended a WCW Battle Bowl, as someone who called a couple of Peach State Wrestling Alliance Battle Bowls, when we were talking about Royal Rumble last week, and we'll delve further into Royal Rumble this week, WWE has brought back some of the WCW concepts, but not Battle Bowl. So I ask you, I mean, you wouldn't replace the Royal Rumble in this scenario, but would you bring, I know it wasn't universally well regarded by a lot of people, but would you bring back Battle Bowl one night as a one-night event for WWE? Because I always thought the beauty of it, especially doing it at Peach State, was it allowed bizarre, random tag teams with setting potential templates for feuds down the line based on what happened in those tag team matches or eliminations in the Battle Bowl 2 ring by itself. And WWE needs a little bit of a spark. I mean, they could even, it doesn't have to be a PLE. They could make it the one-night Raw, one-night SmackDown dealio. Your thoughts?
They could do it on Saturday night's main event and make even more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because, okay.
But for those, by the way, that don't know what we're talking about,
Go for
I imagine most people who listen to Beyond Ringside do, the Battle Bowl concept is 32 wrestlers selected for 8 tag team matches, 16 tag teams. The names are drawn allegedly at random, but you put together teams regardless if you're a friend or foe, if you're in a faction, if you're in a tag team, if you don't know this guy, if he tried to run you over with a car, if he tried to hit you with a forklift and put your mother on a pole. Hello, Buck Backwards. Regardless, in those 8 tag team matches, you must work together with your partner to win the tag team match to advance to the Battle Bowl main event, which is a 2-ring double elimination battle royal thrown from ring 1 to ring 2 and then out, where the winner either got the title shot for the main belt or became the champion itself. Go ahead.
I'm going to be a little bit crass about this. Vince McMahon could never have pulled this off because he is too short-sighted to see the overall picture sometimes. There are times he can see the big picture. There are times when fans can't see the big picture and are very short-sighted. You don't believe me? Go on any social media site, go on Reddit, you will see people just act a fool thinking they're making perfect sense and trying to get their point across. I don't think the chemical equation, the chemical formula right now in place in WWE would be conducive to do something like that. I think they take, with all due respect to Hunter and everybody doing the booking, I think they take themselves too seriously sometimes. I'm going to irk you when I say this. It is perfectly suited for Tony Khan's style of booking in AEW. When you look at the overall formula that Khan uses a lot of the times, especially, and I'm so glad he got away from doing the $100,000, $500,000, $1 million tag team or 6 trios challenge. It made no sense. But when you can take something that has every iota of potential to not make sense anyway and do it right, believe it or not, because I've said this for a while, the weekly shows aren't always on it, but the pay-per-views that Tony Khan books, all 12 weeks of one, and I'm just talking about the pay-per-view, not the build-up. I think Tony could probably book it. If not, I'm sure you and I could help him put this thing together. It's like, here's how we do this. But yeah, do I think Hunter could pull it off? With all due respect, no. I really don't. What about you?
I think it would allow some NXT guys to get a chance to shine as opposed to coming in at numbers 5 through 12 in the Rumble and being filler. One thing I always liked about Battle Bowl was you got to see the guys in action. They got to wrestle in a tag team match. And then your 8 tag teams, your 16 winners, then went into the Battle Royal format, where sometimes, of course, in the Battle Royal, it's tough to have room to get to do anything until certain guys are gone. But if done correctly, where there's not just a disproportionate amount of people in one ring, sometimes I would just stand back if I wasn't involved in ring and just watch and see what guys were doing in ring 2 and in ring 1. You had action going in both. There was no dead moments. And, that made it a lot of fun. So I think for the NXT guys, I'm just trying to, throw something out here. Give me an NXT name who happens to get drawn to team with Cody Rhodes. You don't think they're going to get a little shine, regardless if they win their tag team match or not? They're going to be looked at differently, at least for that night. It's a way to give a rub to someone. Some of these NXT guys, I'm going to focus on that, could advance. Just imagine if you had, take NXT names. It eliminates Drew McIntyre or CM Punk in the Battle Bowl. You don't think there's going to be a promo about that dude that they want to get their hands on? Like, hey, we know you're down in the minor leagues, but you cost me my shot, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I think it opens the door for freshness.
It really does. And depending on whether, okay. The original premise behind Battle Bowl was that 2-ring triple chance. And the tag team methodology behind it, there were times when it worked beautifully and times where I'm sitting back going, I'm not sure if everybody's getting it. I mean, I had fun with it. And like I said, whether it was, I can remember there were nights at Boutwell Auditorium under Southeastern Championship Wrestling before it was Continental. Hi, Ron Fuller. How you doing? Where they would do a traditional 2-ring triple chance, where most would start in one ring, then bounce over to the second ring, and the survivor of ring 1, survivor of ring 2 would go at it from there. And then when Battle Bowl was created and the tag team aspect was thrown in, there was a little bit of confusion in a lot of the fan base that people I spoke with. And you got to remember, 1993, the internet was not in full-blown holy crap mode. So we did have message boards back then, like BBSs. But by the same token, it's like you didn't always get that immediate reaction from the masses that you would today. And like I said, a lot of current-day wrestling fans would look at it and go, what in the mortal hell? And then, lo and behold, if another company I think could book this perfectly. Court Bauer, MLW, I think they could do a hell of a job on that with the array of talent that they have down there. I'm going to stand by my original statement and say I don't think WWE has the chemical formula in place, the necessary pieces to pull it off. I think it would be a lost art in WWE, kind of like trying to actively promote what genuinely should be the Great American Bash as more than just a weekly show on NXT programming and actually make it a PLE or a pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I'm still going to use both, folks. Because
my first thought is, could you imagine Kofi Kingston, what kind of surprise spot he could do to be cradling between rings 1 and 2?
Oh, yeah. Well, same thing could have been said for Casey Catanzaro when she was trying to do, when she was in WWE, when she did the Rumble. I mean, I remember her from American Ninja Warrior. Very talented competitor, very athletic. And
for those who think that I don't like women's wrestling, I do, but I thought this might be a fresh change on the women's side. What if you only did Battle Bowl, brought it back for the women, kind of like a template, to see how it would go first?
I'd like that more. I'd like that more because I'm going to use the words that I have avoided using up until just now. With the combustible elements that are in place in WWE up and down the women's roster, main roster, NXT, and Evolve, I think the women could pull it off better than the men's division could. It's just how you manage to put this together to where even the person with the IQ of an empty shoebox can go, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
Sorry. Cancel me, I dare you, kids. You can't. But it's kind of like, would they do it in a way that you could genuinely accentuate the talent that they have without having anybody come up short or through a short-sighted lens? And I think that would be easier in the women's division because of the varied level of talent that they have top to bottom under the WWE corporate umbrella. So, yeah. To which I will also come back and say, coming back to another scenario in current day, and yes, the week of Battle Bowl was a damn party. I'll put it that way. Sorry, segue coming back. What happens when the realization kicks in that you've actually been watching the AJ Styles retirement tour this whole time? Look at the matches that he has been a part of over the last few weeks. If this is not a greatest hits, I don't know what the hell is. I was a little bit perplexed about the Balor interruption of the championship match in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And then I got it. Afterwards, I got it because somebody explained it to me. It's like, oh, okay, didn't know that part. I missed that segment. Where allegedly Balor was ticked about the fact that the Rumble was full and he would not be able to be a part of it. Okay. But every match that AJ has had, I'll go back to the Cena match. He's turned in great performances, memorable performances, great callbacks. I mean, to me, from Saturday night's main event, the AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura match, that was fan service. That was like Star Trek 1 in the Abrams era. There were so many callbacks and so much fan service in that match. It was beautiful. And I don't care about the match placement. That was the main event. I don't care what they put where. I realize why they put the Fatal 4-Way in the main event slot. Once again, let's put this in play. When you have a hometown situation and you can use it to the best of your ability to try to get someone even higher on that chain, so to speak. I don't want to use food chain, but I just did. Because Sami Zayn has been main event talent, single and tag team. He's been up there, and for some reason he's floundered over this last part of the run. So I think that using that Fatal 4-Way in Montreal, in Montreal, was a beautiful jump start for him. Putting him into the WWE Championship match with Drew McIntyre this coming Saturday at the Royal Rumble live event. It's going to be, that match is either going to be beautifully bad or damn good. Zayn's proven he can make a matchbook look like a qualified contender for any title in the world. Drew McIntyre is one of the best. And he's showing it. He never stops showing it, but he's showing it more than ever. And let me go ahead and throw this one at you, Shane, because the short fuse match that was put together for Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu for Saturday night's main event, bell never sounded. It was just a fight. These two fought all over the place, and some people, I'm sitting back going, I see why they're doing this. Because you've got one of the top, you've got the top guy, QB1, as he calls himself, against still a meteor that's continuing to rise, much less, there ain't no plummet anywhere in Jacob Fatu's vocabulary right now. To have one of them decidedly go over would possibly do a little bit of stall. If you'd have missed Saturday night's main event, and the first thing you read was Cody Rhodes falls to Jacob Fatu at Saturday night's main event, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Wow, he lost 2 in a row.
Yeah. I'd be right along with you on that one. And so the match never happened. And the other part of that Rubik's Cube, you had Drew McIntyre come out and basically take out both of them to create hostile territory, to try to get him somewhat back into the realm of being a heel. Because logistically speaking, do you remember the scenario where Sami Zayn came out to talk to John Cena during the retirement tour and was trying to set up a match and do a right here, right now thing, but the crowd was booing Sammy?
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, with as over as Drew McIntyre is, If you take Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn this Saturday without that setup with Drew taking out Cody and Jacob, who do you think is going to get booed in Saudi Arabia of all places, Drew or Sami?
I mean, just believe that would be Mr. Zayn.
I'm inclined to agree. So they had to do something to try to get the heel heat back on Drew McIntyre. And this appears to be, I mean, I don't know how well it flew. The crowd reaction was kind of muffled because you could tell they were praying for the boos, and I don't really think it worked. People are going to cheer for Jacob Fatu no matter how much you really try to put him over as a heel and try to get people to hate him. Cody's in that volatile space right now where he can be booed at the drop of a hat, and the front office don't want that. Protect that babyface pop at all cost. So therein lies the rub. Let's go ahead and move into this real quick. This Saturday at the Royal Rumble live event, premium live event on ESPN's DTC and Netflix International. I'll say nothing more about that. Thank you, Stephanie. You've got, for the WWE Championship, Drew McIntyre defending against Sami Zayn. Shane Knowles, who you got and why?
That would be Mr. Drew McIntyre. I like Sami Zayn, but I feel like it's been a decade of the same, and that's okay. Sami Zayn has always had a nice spot in WWE, but I think if they were going to put the title on him, they could have done it in Montreal against Roman Reigns. I felt that was when he was at his apex to capture the big belt, and that time has passed.
We're 100% on the same page. For as much as I respect his in-ring ability, for as much as Sami Zayn, when he is in that right space, is one of the most likable and cheerable people in the company. And he has played every role there is to play. I honestly, at this point, do not see any way whatsoever that he goes over Drew McIntyre. I really hate to use these two words. Thank you, Andy Hudson. But in this case, I honestly look at Sami Zayn as cannon fodder. Do I think it's going to be a good match? Yes. Do I think it's going to steal the night? No. Just for some reason, I don't. But I will simply just sit back and say, hashtag and still Drew McIntyre. I want to bounce into this. We got a few before the bottom of the hour break, and it's sad to say that for about the period of the next month and a half, there will be no football whatsoever that I know of that is going to be of any substantial nature. The UFL is right around the corner, kids, so I'll be happy again in about a month and a half. Giddy up, go Stallions. But with the Super Bowl, and I know we've got time because it's another week away, right?
It is indeed.
Yeah. Your thoughts coming out of the AFC and NFC championship games, Shane?
Oh, boy.
Which one you want to hit first?
The AFC title game. And not just because it aired first. What did we say, you, I, and Ted Guinness on this very program last week, that the Denver defense would be nasty? Well, it lived up to its billing, as Drake May had 86 yards of passing in that game. New England, they didn't really put together a drive the entire game, and we'll get to that. The defense was there. No matter how you slice it and dice it, they held New England to 10 points. Here's my problem. I said it in real time. I said it an hour later. I said it in the fourth quarter. I said it after the game, and everybody joined in with me, not saying I'm the only person saying this, but I'm the only one controlling my voice. In the early portion of that game, when it was cold but the field was clear, Jared Stidham, the backup quarterback for the Denver Broncos, had got a touchdown drive, put Denver ahead 7-0 early in the game. It comes down to 4th and 1. late first quarter, early second quarter, I do believe. What do I say every week, Eddie? I guess I'm just too conservative. Take the points, kick the field goal, and even more so on this one, it is the AFC title game. You are at home. You have a chance to go up 10-0. Even more so, you have a backup quarterback. This isn't Bo Nix in there. This is Jared Settle. Make it easier on him. Give him and the team a cushion. Because what happened, and we'll just say, Sean Payton, the coach of the Denver Broncos, elected to go for it. They were stuffed early and often on that play. And then on their next drive, so to speak, Stidham turns it over in their territory. New England punches it in. Well, it's 7-7. Could have been 10-7. Could have still had a little bit of a cushion. Wouldn't you know, the weather gods would come in, blanket snow all over the Mile High City.
What did I say?
And Denver didn't score again. Both teams missed field goals in the fourth quarter. So here's what I have to say about Sean Payton. Sean Payton is a tremendous coach. I think any team would love to have Sean Payton. It also doesn't change the fact that he is a pompous ass, very arrogant, and that's always been true. And thinking that he could get – are you kidding me, with a backup quarterback? And when he tried to answer for it at the press conference, you haven't heard such word salad of hemming and hawing. How about just looking directly into the camera at the reporters and saying, it's on me. I got too cute. I got caught up in the moment, not realizing it's a backup. I got too cute, not realizing we could go up 10-0, not realizing that our defense was playing lights out, not realizing that we would never score again. That's a tough pill to swallow. And I hate it because I know Denver had their chances to score after they elected to go for it. And they didn't. But you know what? New England didn't either. So that one's on Sean Payton. Look, he's won a Super Bowl. He was one game away from getting to another one with a different team. But that is a tremendous coaching blunder on behalf of Sean Payton.
I, for some reason, was not surprised that the weather gods made their appearance known at that game. I mean, looking at the overall scenario, 10-7 final score, that's almost like that's Major League Baseball in and of itself. Patriots, 206 total yards. Broncos, total yardage, 181. The passing yards, 102 for the Broncos, 65 for the Patriots. Drake May had pedestrian numbers, too. So this was a game that was marred by mistakes on both sides of the ball, but the defenses on both sides rose to the occasion a little bit more than the offenses did. And for everybody who thought this was going to be a highly offense-oriented game, no, it was just offensive. Legit. I mean, the Patriots were 6 of 18 in third down conversions. The Broncos 4 of 14. You have to capitalize on third down one way or the other. And
if I'm not mistaken, in the second half, the Broncos got like 20 yards of total offense and one first down.
Yeah.
And it's not like New England did either. If you listen to Romo and Nance on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, they just had Drake May throw the ball out of bounds, just conceding that we're not going to get a first down against this defense. And you just never see that in pro football. You never see it in a conference title game. So I go back again. Eddie Lane and I, we love to keep up with the weather. We can't be the only people who knew that an impending blanket of snow was headed over Denver. Surely someone had to be in Sean Payton's ear before the game. Hey, man, it's going to be nice to start with. Get all the points you can.
Does somebody not watch the damn radar? Did we need to send James Spann from the 3340 here in Alabama out there to help? Folks, music coming up lets me know we're headed for the bottom of the hour break. Hang tight. Shane and I will be back in just a minute. This is Beyond Ringside Live.
I'm Glurn the Terrible, intergalactic space alien and purveyor of bad advice, bad attitudes, and bad breath, and you're locked into Beyond Ringside, and it's your own damn fault.
When planning your next party or special event, insist on the best. Full Range Entertainment is a professional entertainment company providing a full range of services. From professional disc jockeys and MCs to catering and photography, when the details of your special day must be perfect, call us first. Wedding receptions, corporate parties, school functions, birthday celebrations, and more. We also have Birmingham's largest selection of karaoke tracks available. With over 40 years combined experience, Full Range Entertainment can provide you with the talent and professionalism you need and deserve to make your next event one you'll never forget. For more information on the full range of services we offer, call 533-HITS. That's 533-HITS. Or check us out on our website at fullrangeentertainment.com.
This is Bambi Weeble with Masters of Ring Entertainment, and you are locked in to Beyond Ringside.
This is Dr. Tom Pritchard, and if you want to listen to the best in professional wrestling, get locked in to Beyond Ringside.
The Beer Hog in Pelham, Alabama is your craft beer destination, featuring 64 crafts on draft, a full bar selection, and a great menu with some of your favorite eats. The Beer Hog has everything to be your go-to place to get together with friends, family, and co-workers after a long day. Check out our website, thebeerhogal.com, and join us on social media. There's always something happening, and you're always invited. Come on in, 2408 Pelham Parkway, located in Campus 124. Come on in to the Beer Hog.
Hello, everybody out there. This is Universal Soldier Phil Shatter, also TNA Gunner. 2 years in the making as NWA National Heavyweight Champion, making my way to the top as #1 in the world. And you are locked in to Beyond Ringside. 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 Ringside.